Imagine caring deeply about someone, giving them your time, your attention, and your energy, only to realize that in their life, you are not a priority. You are simply an option. Someone they reply to when they are bored, someone they call when no one else is available, someone they keep around just in case things don't work out with someone else. For many men, this situation is confusing and painful. At first, they think maybe they just need to try harder. Maybe if they give more attention, send more messages, or prove their loyalty, things will change. But the truth is often the opposite. The more you chase someone who treats you like an option, the less they value you. This is where Stoic philosophy offers powerful wisdom. The Stoics believe that a man should never allow his happiness or self-worth to depend on another person's attention. Your value does not come from how someone treats you. It comes from how you treat yourself. When a woman treats you like an option, it usually means she believes you will always be there no matter how little effort she gives. And when someone feels that they can never lose you, they stop respecting your presence. A strong man understands something very important. Respect always comes before love. If someone does not respect your time, your boundaries, and your presence, then giving them more attention will not fix the problem. Instead of reacting with anger, jealousy, or desperation, Stoicism teaches us to respond with calm confidence and self-respect. The goal is not to control another person's behavior. The goal is to control your own standards. In this video, we will explore 5 powerful Stoic ways to handle women who treat you like an option, so you can protect your dignity, maintain your emotional strength, and never allow anyone to take your value for granted. One of the biggest mistakes men make when a woman treats them like an option is giving her unlimited attention. They reply instantly to every message, always make themselves available, and constantly try to keep the conversation alive even when the effort is not returned. At first, it may seem like being kind or caring, but in reality, it sends a different message. It tells her that no matter how little effort she gives, you will still be there waiting. Over time, this reduces your value in her eyes, because people naturally respect things that are limited, not things that are always available. Stoic philosophy teaches us to value our time, energy, and attention. These are some of the most important resources we have. A Stoic man understands that attention should be given where it is appreciated, not wasted where it is ignored. If she takes hours or days to reply, you don't need to respond instantly every time. If she only talks to you when she needs something, stop being constantly available. Instead, redirect your attention toward your own life, your goals, your work, your health, and your personal growth. When your life becomes full and meaningful, you'll naturally stop chasing people who treat you like a backup option. And something interesting happens when you do this. People start realizing that your attention is no longer guaranteed. And when attention becomes limited, it suddenly becomes more valuable. A powerful rule in relationships is simple. Never give more energy than you receive. When a woman treats you like an option, many men make the mistake of trying harder. They send longer messages, give more attention, and constantly try to impress her. But this usually makes things worse. When you invest too much in someone who is giving very little, the relationship becomes unbalanced. She starts feeling that she has all the control, while you are the one constantly seeking her attention. Over time, this reduces attraction and respect. Stoic philosophy teaches emotional balance and self-control. A Stoic man does not chase people who show little interest. Instead, he calmly matures the same level of energy that he receives. If she sends short replies, you don't need to send long paragraphs. If she disappears for days, you don't need to ask her where she was. If she shows low effort, you simply lower your investment as well. It's not about playing games. It is about protecting your dignity and emotional peace. When you start matching energy, 2 things can happen. Either she notices the change and begins to invest more effort, or she slowly fades away because she can no longer receive unlimited attention from you. And in both situations, you win. Because a Stoic man values mutual effort and respect, not one-sided relationships. When a woman treats you like an option, it often means she has other options as well. Many men respond to this situation by trying to compete for her attention. They try to be more available, more entertaining, or more impressive than other men in her life. But this approach usually backfires. The moment you start competing for someone's attention, you place yourself in a weak position. It shows that you are trying to prove your worth instead of knowing it. And people rarely respect someone who constantly tries to earn validation. Stoic philosophy teaches a different mindset. A Stoic man understands that his value is not determined by comparison. He does not try to outshine others just to be chosen. Instead, he focuses on his own growth, his purpose, and his self. If someone truly values you, they will naturally make space for you in their life. You won't need to fight for their attention or prove that you deserve it. When you refuse to compete, you show confidence and dignity. You silently communicate that your time and energy are valuable, and you will not waste them trying to convince someone to see your worth. A high-value man does not chase validation. He lets his actions, his character, and his self-respect speak for him. And if someone cannot recognize that value, a Stoic man simply moves forward without losing his peace. One of the strongest positions a man can have in any relationship is the willingness to walk away. When a woman treats you like an option, many men stay in that situation because they fear losing her. They tolerate disrespect, mixed signals, and lack of effort simply because they're afraid of being alone. But Stoic philosophy teaches us that self-respect must always come before attachment. A Stoic man understands that staying where he is, not valued, only damages his dignity and peace of mind. If someone constantly makes you feel like a backup plan, the most powerful response is not anger or arguments, it is distance. Walking away does not mean you hate the person. It simply means you value your peace and self-worth more than a one-sided connection. When you stop chasing someone who takes you for granted, you send a very clear message. You will not stay where you are not respected. Interestingly, when people realize they can no longer control your presence, they sometimes start noticing your absence. But even if they don't, you still gain something far more important to your dignity and emotional freedom. A Stoic man knows that the right people will appreciate his presence without needing to be convinced. And if someone cannot see his value, he calmly walks away and continues building a better life. One of the biggest reasons a man gets treated like an option is because his entire attention and emotional focus revolve around one person. His mood depends on her messages, his happiness depends on her attention, and his time revolves around her availability. This creates emotional dependence, and when someone feels that your world revolves around them, they often stop valuing your presence. Stoic philosophy teaches us a powerful lesson. Your happiness should never depend on one person. A strong man builds a life filled with purpose, discipline, and personal growth. Focus on your goals, your career, your health, and your passions. Spend time improving yourself physically and mentally. Build strong friendships, develop new skills, and create a life that excites you every day. When your life is full of purpose, you no longer feel the need to chase someone's attention. Instead of waiting for her messages, you are busy building your future. Ironically, this is also when people begin to respect you more. Confidence and independence are naturally attractive because they show that you value yourself and your time. A Stoic man understands that relationships should add value to his life, not become the center of it. When you build a strong life for yourself, you stop being someone's option and you become a man who chooses his own path. At the end of the day, remember this simple truth: you teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. If you allow someone to treat you like an option, they will continue doing it. But the moment you start valuing your time, your attention, and your self-respect, everything begins to change. Stoic philosophy reminds us that we cannot control how others behave, but we can always control our reactions and our standards. A strong man does not beg for attention, chase validation, or compete for someone's approval. Instead, he focuses on building a life filled with purpose, discipline, and self. When you stop giving unlimited attention, match the energy you receive. Refuse to compete for validation, and have the courage to walk away from disrespect. You protect something far more valuable than a relationship. You protect your dignity. And the truth is, the right person will never make you feel like a backup option. They will respect your presence, appreciate your effort, and value the place you hold in their life. So never lower your standards just to keep someone around. Know your worth. Stay calm, stay strong, and keep moving forward. Because a Stoic man does not chase attention, he attracts respect.